So we're now approaching South Bay. You can see the headline here. Looks like limestone to me. One thing I've noticed as I've gone around all the way along this wall, there's information boards. So from South Bay to North Bay you find all these information boards all the way around, so it's really good, telling you more stuff. If I'd have stopped at each one I'd have never got the video done. So I've never understood the purpose of this building here. I just wonder if it's a gatehouse of some kind. If there's anybody from Scarborough or somebody who knows what it was actually built for. A bit of a landmark, because I always feel as though I'm in South Bay when I walk through this. I'll see if I can find some information on it as I walk through it. So I'm now in much busier South Bay. We always stayed in North Bay, but I always preferred coming to this side because it got so much more, and a lot of the characters still here on this side. I noticed on the other side there's no waffle places, and there's very few places selling beach items. We'll just have a walk to the end of it here and have a look at the end of here. So we're now looking into the harbour area. Can't see many fishing boats. Probably there might be some around the other side, but one of the benefits of Brexit was to actually take back our fishing waters and put some life back into our coastal communities. About the time the tourists delivered that, isn't it? I didn't trust them to deliver it, that's why I won't vote for them. Just have a walk up here and have a see what's out here. Can see if I can pull it up. Yeah, just there. It's a lighthouse. I think you can actually go up there. I'll come back onto the main road now and show you from that angle. So the fair's still here. This side seems to be a lot busier with people. It's more like I remember Scarborough.
Luna Park fun cards are reloadable. Purchase the credit you want.
But you can see the odd
Fun cards are non-refundable.
fishing boat in here, but there's not many. The more pleasure boats and fishing boats now.
For something sweet and sensational, indulge in our freshly made candy floss.
I'm not sure how long my battery's going to last today, but I've got an old battery that's a lot bigger. I'll have to tape to the body, and hopefully I'll be able to carry my video on later. But still all the things I loved as a kid around here. You'd have a pound of pennies or something like that and end up losing. You never win with gamblers. They've set the odds against you with the machines. So I'll be having fish and chips later. See the fishing baskets down here. But I do try and keep my videos as interactive as I can, so you don't get too bored. And I get my point across, if I've got a point to get across. Well, it's just a point of interest. So we've got one stop over there, just remember that's Tesco's. Trying to get you in from a different angle.
It's not that fast.
I'm sure this area was full of fishing boats when I was younger. It's just the odd one in there now.
So gently.
Scarborough's got lots of back streets that take you up to the high street that runs between the two bays. To say we were locked down for so long, this whatever businesses around here seem to have survived it. Like I said, loads of beach things up this side, beach shops and waffle shops and seafood places, but zero down the other side. Got King Richard III Cafe Bar. But there's not many shut shops on this side. Still loads of amusement arcades. Looks like an Italian type cafe bar there. Bethel Mission Chapel. But like I said, I don't know if I said it on this video or on the other one, I work South Bay out from the spa areas in South Bay. So that's how I remember the distinction between one end and the other, otherwise I never could do. Something interesting up here. Just looking at the price of fish and chips, I don't not had any for years, but like I said, I'm treating myself. Just want to show you this bit there. I don't know if it's a church. So we're on Whitehead Hill. There's some hills in Scarborough, but I love hills. And what I can't understand is why seaside towns are depressed, because I'll move there tomorrow. Okay, this looks like an old church, and now it's the Sea Cadets. Lovely rose window in it. But if you come off any of the side streets, you'll find points of interest all the way around Scarborough. Such an interesting place with so much history and culture. And if you look at the boards around the seafront, it explains all the various historical things associated with Scarborough, and there's an awful lot. Gluten free. We never had stuff like that when I was young. We just took it all in. So I'll just stop. We've got a proper TARDIS there. For some reason Sheffield's just painted green. So it looks a little bit more like fishing boats around here. So we still have got some. It's a child's paradise, isn't it? Some more fishing boats down here. But I don't know how much more interesting place I can find than Scarborough. Even on a wet day, it's just got so much. I think it's a much smaller beach than North Bay, but at the moment there's a lot more people out on this beach than there was at the other side. Just imagine bringing your kids here. They want to ride on this, they want to eat that, they want that out of the shop. Well, this is just like going into the past, and it's still been 1984. It's like 1984 was a fantastic year, and it feels very much like 1984. You can see the beach over here as well. But I'll give you a shot from the other end when I get right to the end of it. And one of the things is the donkeys are so well treated nowadays. Donkey owners used to be quite cruel when I was younger. I remember one particular awful donkey owner falling down a hole I'd dug. Divine judgment. But Scarborough doing what it's always done on this side, which is really fantastic to see. If it works, why change it? Now, if I remember rightly, where we've got this big wheel now was a cinema, if I'm right. See the donkeys in the middle of the beach. So well cared for nowadays, and I think they have breaks and all sorts. There's a sort of donkey charter which is fantastic. Yeah, that road up there is it looks very different without the building here. And there was a trick or joke shop round there, I think. Or it might have been on another one of the streets that looks like that. So coming up to the Grand Hotel, it looks absolutely fantastic from the outside. It looks like it should have dragons coming out of those turrets on the top. But I've heard some right horror stories about people staying there. I came to a dance festival at Scarborough, the Spa Centre. I just came for the day, and I met 3 ladies when I was there and danced with them, and they were telling me how cold it was in the Grand Hotel. Well, this is how I wondered if, when I was on North Bay, saying how much better it looked in the past as you came down, I thought it was more like that, or have I got sides mixed up? You can sit in here when it's raining, have your bag of fish and chips. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the bottom side of the video for South Bay, and then I'll do another one on the top side, because it's well worth showing you what it's like on the top. There's so many amusement arcades, but on a day like this, kids will be on the beach, thank goodness, away from the food shops. Now, Scarborough used to have 5 of these like tram systems up the hill. I think they've only got 3 left, but I think only 2 of those 3 actually now work. One thing I noticed is it's £1.20 up, no, £1.30 up and £1.30 down. Sounds a bit extortionate, that. Bit of a novelty. So you've got more of the Grand Hotel. You've got, let's just see if you can see this very steep. Flight of steps. You can also see the tramway. I think that says 1881 on the top of that one. One of them now is just cafe at the top.
I think.
I'll just try and get back across the road. Bit of a view of the beach. You can see the lighthouse around there. To me, it's one of my favourite views. Scarborough, so much interest, so much variety in it. On top of there, I think I can pull something else in. There's so much on the actual skyline. So you can see that church there, and then to the side of it, see like what looks like a castle type of thing. And a bit further on you do see Scarborough Castle. Just imagine trying to paint that. I just don't know where I'd start trying to paint that. So we're starting to come round to where the spa area is up there. It's really a bit hard to see on the screen, so you should be able to see the Grand Hotel from a different angle. And you can see this iron bridge built in 1827, it says. In fact, there's a hole in the road here, so I'm just going to go through this hole in the road. So I'm walking through Scarborough's version of the hole in the road, like we had in Sheffield, but we have more of a disc on top. I'm trying to work out where I need to be. Like I said, with this Sheffield hole in the road, they could have done it up really nice. I mean, we had a disc on top, but it was a lot bigger. So there's an underground car park here as well. Just seeing where I've come up so you can see where you're going for the underground car park. What I just wanted to do is actually have a walk up to a museum. But I'll do another video of the top side of Scarborough. I think it's the Esplanade or something. You can see this iron bridge, it's absolutely fantastic. And I bet you've never heard me so positive on a video if you listen to my normal videos. So this is a museum now. There are videos on something that was actually underground here, some sort of entertainment. So it was actually buried underground and it's now not there. People talk about old world buildings and things like that, but I don't think they are. I'm not seeing enough clear evidence. I think it's just the past. I'm just going to catch up here and pull another bridge up for you. So there's another big iron bridge up here. I'm guessing that's probably a railway bridge. What I'm going to do is nip across the road, and there's actually another one of these cliff lifts running up the side of the Grand Hotel, so I'm just going to show you that from the bottom. So you can see another lift, but this lift, there's a cafe at the top, but it's not actually a viable lift anymore, so it's shut down. But I can't understand why this didn't happen at the North Bay end with the lift up there. Why couldn't it have been left like this? So I'm not sure how many of the lifts I've shown you on here, but there are 3 of these lifts left in in Scarborough, not Sheffield, and 2 of them are actually working lifts. So I'm now going to pop down to the spa centre to show you this hole in the road again. This is what they should have done in Sheffield, just done it like this. Look at the floor on it, look at the murals on the wall, they look fantastic. So I'm on my way to the spa centre, hoping the battery won't go flat. So I'll catch you down at the spa centre. So the only disappointment today is that I can't get on beach at this end. Normally the tide's out at this end. So I don't know if I've come at different times of the year, but this come early and I'm sure the beach has been absolutely clear of water. So we're up at the spa now. I think people used to come and drink spring water that came out of these hills, and there's still an area where you can see where they could drink it, but it looks foul. It certainly put hairs on your chest. But I came for a dance festival here. It was on for a week, I just came for a day, but it was, I don't know if they still run that in this centre. I think it was called the Ocean Room. I was actually dancing here.
I was coming like
I must have come at winter at that particular time. On my next video, when I go onto the top on the esplanade, I'll be able to get a picture from above into this building. You can see it from a different angle. There's like a glass area here where there's no roof on it, and if it's not raining you can sit in here and it's absolutely sweltering. I came and listened to a brass band once in here and had a pot of tea. In fact I can hear an orchestra at the moment. It's too sweltering to go and sit in there. You might be able to hear it, but you can certainly see them. Like I said, just one disappointment, I can't get on the beach and give you some shots from the beach. I think I'll certainly give you a good appreciation of Scarborough. It's certainly worth coming. Now, if you went right out here, and I don't know if I'll catch it, there was a big outdoor pool at one stage, like a Lido, somewhere out there, but they filled that in. But it's so well maintained on this side, and it just still feels very much like the Scarborough Mayu. So what I'll do is, this is the end of my video on South Bay. Just giving you a shot over here, and then what I'll do is, hopefully my spare battery will fix to my camera okay, and I'll do a video of the area on top around the Grand Hotel and some of the beautiful hotels up there. So that's it, end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, I think it's the most positive video I've ever done.